It's been Team GB's most successful ever Olympics.
That's because I've rammed it down your throat for the last 3 days.
In a century.
In a century, you're absolutely right.
Can you believe it? We've become the first country to improve on its medal tally 4 years after hosting the Games. Because normally, when it's in your host nation, you get the home advantage.
You're just showing off now.
I know. In Rio, we won 67 medals, Ben Shephard, in total, 2 more than in London, despite having the home advantage in London.
And now
although we did win, 2 fewer goals.
So, look, the big question is Tokyo 2020. Can we improve even further? Obviously, as Kate said, we've improved over the last few Olympics dramatically. We're joined now by Baroness Tessa Jowell, who was the Olympics Minister for London 2012. Good morning to you, Tessa. Can you hear us okay?
Good morning.
Lovely to see you this morning on what is a very exciting morning as Team GB fly home, or the majority of them fly home from Rio. Of course, thoughts turn now to Tokyo 2020. Your experience at the heart of the Olympics when it was in London in 2012 is going to be fundamental in terms of where we're going and how we can improve. What are your reflections on Rio and the success of the team?
Well, the team have done extraordinarily well, and I think that a whole range of factors have come together. First of all, the assured funding, which means that our athletes have given up their jobs in most cases, but been able to afford to give themselves full time to training, but also the extraordinary excellence of the support teams that our top athletes have. And I think that, I hope that over the weeks and months ahead, we'll learn more about all those sort of secrets that go behind producing a top podium medal performance. It's the sports psychologist, the nutritionist, the physio, quite apart from the range of coaches who will undertake specific training in different aspects of the athlete's performance. So, sport now is quite different at this level from even 20, 25 years ago. The margins by which medals are won are so small, and all that means that money going into these sports has to be focused on those athletes and on those sports that have got the greatest potential to win. But linked to that, it's just so important to promote participation among people of all ages, but very particularly to get school sport for children in state schools back on its feet again. Primary schools, PE and early choice of sports, and then for young people in secondary school, a wide array of sports to choose from, together with proper coaching and good facilities. And all that puts us in a very strong position for Tokyo 2020. But I think today belongs to the Rio athletes and Team GB to celebrate their extraordinary achievement.
It's a huge day of celebrations, and I don't want to be a killjoy because I'm loving it as much as anyone. But someone clever has done the maths and worked out that it's actually about £4 million a medal. What do we get for that £4 million to get a medal? What does it give to us as a nation? And could that money be better spent on some of the things you said there? Sport in schools, helping us be more generally healthy, grassroots sport, rather than focusing on getting individual athletes to gold?
Well, I think the $4 million a medal. I think it's a very fair question, but the £4 million a medal gives us the way this country has felt about itself over the last 3 weeks of these Olympics, and with more to come, I hope, during the Paralympics when they start. It is a sense of national pride. It is a sense of, because so much of the money comes from the lottery, it is a sense that people are making their contribution to the success of our athletes. So I think that to say, no, we just don't think we're going to spend £4 million a medal, we'll settle for a few bronzes, it would produce a tremendous sense of sort of depression, disappointment, and I think also anger. Because Because if you go into a competition like the Olympics, you want to go in with the chance of doing your very best, and that means investing the money. But it's got to start in school and then in clubs as young people, talented young people are brought on, and then with all the resources of highly specialist and dedicated training that our Olympic athletes or our Commonwealth Games athletes, or next year in London we have the World Athletics Championships, that those athletes require to perform at this highest of levels.
OK, well, Baroness
said.
Tessa Jowell, great to have you with us this morning on what is a very exciting day for
It's a
British
pleasure.
sport.
Thank you.
Really, really good to see you this morning. Thank you very much
Thank
for joining
you.
us.
It is tough to come fourth, but you've also got to look on paper. If you weren't even expected to make a final, then a fourth could be deemed as a good result, because it's a big wide world out there, and the Olympics is a pinnacle. So a fourth isn't really a failure, but to the sportsman it is a little bit like, oh, it's so close to
It's
medal.
crushing, especially, I'm guessing, if you're running towards the end of your career.
Yeah.